Hey guys, what's going on? I'm coming at you with a Thursday morning video. So today I just really wanted to make a vague caption. Market rally / CPI data comes out this morning. I'm gonna roll this out in the morning, obviously, so it'll be about 15 minutes before the CPI data comes out. I just wanna let you know my thoughts on where I think the market's gonna go, what it's gonna do, and where I think CPI data is, and basically what that sets up for the Fed meeting and CPI data for March. So the Dow finished up yesterday 0.8%, S&P finished up yesterday at 1.14%, the NASDAQ finished at 2%, which is really strong. Market had a great rally in the close. It's very optimistic for obviously today. My portfolio was up 4.75%, so I doubled the NASDAQ and almost tripled the S&P. So had a great day in the market. I haven't really sold much other than my Berkshire and Apple, which was just a thing to free up cash to buy some of the small caps to take advantage of it. They are mostly all rallying back. I'll just go through my core positions on how much they rallied at the end of this video in case you want my thoughts. One big thing, Affirm is a top 5 position of mine. They do report today after the bell, so I'm super optimistic based on what I'm seeing. I think yesterday, I'll say at the end of the video, but I believe it was up double digits in the close yesterday. So super optimistic. I mean, even if they, something bad happens or they miss or they lower guidance or something negative happens, I mean, even if it pulls back like 5-6%, I still consider that a win because it's up like 14% at close yesterday. So I think we're gonna rally into the earnings, but it really depends on what CPI says and all that stuff. So CPI 8:30 Eastern time, which is 15 minutes after this video gets put out. Expectations are 7.3%, which is higher. Jerome Powell in his last meeting, he actually said it was higher in the press conference, or it is higher than before. So I don't have much faith it's going to be lower than the previous month, which was December's guidance that was posted in January. It came in at 7%. So, I really think it's going to come 7.1 to 7.2. That's my prediction. Just based on the market's optimism and all these stocks beat down so much fundamentally. I mean, if you look at the valuations, they're like steals, in my opinion, almost at this point. There's so many good companies out there. It's hard to kind of hold yourself back from just buying a ton of stocks. Just, you never want to run out of cash completely. So you got to have discipline when you buy, just in case something, say, what if it comes in at 7.5 or 7.7% inflation, the market panics, they didn't expect it. You always got to have buying power. That's the key. You just want to take advantage of good stocks that have good fundamentals long term. But I do think it's going to come in around here. So if it does do that and is lower than the forecast, you could see a real big market rally. I mean, dare I say it goes 7% or like 6.8 or 6.9. I mean, that would be less. You would see deflation month over month, which would be, annually. So that would be great. So maybe possible, because I know some of the shipping conference calls and all that stuff, they were saying that they had a slower January in the beginning. So maybe that slowed down some sales, which would in theory lower inflation if people spend less. But we'll see. So I'm pretty optimistic on it. That's my thoughts on CPI, basically. Also, I did purchase PayPal yesterday at 120.04. I basically bought right at open. I added another 5% to my position. This is also a top 5 position of mine. My cost base now is 170. At one point it was 190. I was buying it in 2019, early 2020. Haven't bought it since, but I've been driving down my cost base because, really, I mean, honestly, anything under 200 in my eyes, long-term, as a long-term investor, is a really good deal for PayPal. That's just my opinion. They're going to be they're going to have double-digit growth for the next, years to come. So I'm really not too concerned about it. Everything's just oversold right now, in my opinion. People are freaking out. You can see kind of like how quick the market can flip. So if we look at, the past 6 weeks, it was red, down. Well, today was a really strong day. Affirm's up 14.64%. So it just shows you how quick it can flip. What else had a really big day? Beyond Meat turned around. That's up 4.6%. If you look at the 1 month chart in particular, we had a bottom about 2 weeks ago at $57, and then it kind of tested that bottom again at 58 and bounced right off. So that makes it, that kind of gives you a good feeling that maybe Beyond Meat's at a bottom. Corsair Gaming, it had a 4% gain. I really think people are messing around with this stock. If you look at the 1 month chart, similar to Beyond Meat, 2 weeks ago, it bounced at 1850, then it went back down, bounced at 1880, and now we're at 2129. So I like that. I want to see that. I want to see that bounce again and see if it bounces at like 20 or 19, just to see if we found a bottom, which is possible. Disney, that's one of my positions I never talk about. That's up 10% today. It's great. I love that for the long term. That's going to be, Disney's always going to be down, but their balance sheet's amazing. Facebook had a very good bounce today, 5%. I was going to buy it at 220, but I didn't. My cost base is 175 for Facebook, so I'm kind of happy with that. It's a long-term gain. I've had that stock since 2019 also. What else had a good bounce today? Matterport. I love Matterport. Really, I think they're going to be a big key metaverse player. They're up 5.44%. Planet had a nice bounce, 9% today. Haven't been averaging cost down on that one. My cost base is high threes. I think the cannabis plays are pushed aside right now because we know the current administration is really not pushing towards it. So I feel like that can wait a little bit. What else had a nice run today? Shopify had a 5% or a 5.5% run. Love this stock. Been in the stock since early 2020. Square had a great bounce along with PayPal, basically. So it had a 10% move. Love Square, blockchain. Jack Dorsey, I think he's going to be the real deal in the metaverse, in my opinion. So I want to be invested in Square. What else? Tattoo Chef had a nice rally today, 5.6%. It's still in the $12 range, which is still a steal. But definitely bullish on that stock long term, obviously, too. That's my second biggest holdings behind Tesla. So yeah, the market's looking great. It's nice to see a really strong green day. Hopefully we can, get good CPI data tomorrow, make the market go up more, and then maybe like a slight pullback at close, or maybe rally up and then have a pullback at Friday's open, and then kind of just do something like that with just more good news. And then people will be optimistic for the March CPI reading, and then the Fed speaks, and we're all expecting a 1/4 point interest rate hike. The more and more I think about it, I don't really think that's going to stop people from spending, and it's more of just like a fear tactic. I don't think it's really going to do anything, to be honest. And even if they do a 0.5%, still not going to do anything. So I think it's more or less we just need to let the market correct itself, and the Fed's just trying to do something to act like they're doing something. That's just my opinion at this point. Really not too worried about it. Could we go into a recession in the summer, fall? Sure, maybe. GDP growth could slow down, paper recession. If you actually statistically look at recessions, it's a 60% chance the market rallies, it still goes up in a recession. So people think recession, oh my God, this is bad. We really just gotta, it doesn't really mean anything in the market. It really comes down to a valuation. So if the valuations of your companies are steal deals, which most of them are right now, the market's gonna do what the market wants to do. So it's kind of my thoughts on it. We'll see tomorrow. I'll make a video and follow up on CPI data, firms' earnings, and we'll see what happens to that stock. I think Affirm's going to have a strong day. CPI is going to impress people, and I think we're going to have a green day tomorrow, but could be totally wrong. That's why you long-term invest. If you're wrong, have cash, buy your favorite positions. If you're right, you kind of just enjoy the wave and stack cash until there's a really good opportunity. Not that there aren't opportunities out there. There are a ton, but with how bad I've gotten beat down the past 2 months, I would like a little break if possible. So, but yeah, we'll see. Till tomorrow, subscribe if you guys like this video. Peace.